Hello, so my name is Yasin Sabi. Today we are diving into the world of Microsoft Excel. So, whether you are managing a household budget, tracking school records or grades, or analyzing complex business data, Excel is the answer. So, by the end of this session, you will feel comfortable navigating the interface and performing some basic data entry, formatting, and editing by the end of this session. So, what is an Excel? So, Excel is just a series of rows and columns that intersect to form cells. So, why do we use it? Because Excel goes beyond just storing numbers. It allows us to analyze them, and in data analysis, Excel helps us find trends, summarize thousands of rows or rows of data into a single chart, and make informed decisions based on facts rather than guesses. So I'm going to open Microsoft Excel so that we appreciate how it works. So once you open Microsoft Excel, you are going to be welcomed by this page. So this page depends on the version of Excel you are using, but chances are very high that you are going to be welcomed by this page where you have templates. So these templates can be used for example, you want to do something else, you can just import the template and just delete the data that is there and input your own data. But I want you to understand the Excel from the basics, so we are going to open a blank workbook. So once you open the blank workbook, you're going to see that you have this ribbon. So this is called a ribbon, where you have file, home, insert, page layout. This is called a ribbon. So a ribbon has tabs. So these are tabs. The file, home, those are tabs. So the tabs, you have to consider them as main chapters of the book. So within each and every tab, you have commands that are in groups. For example, you have clipboard here. So this group, it means anything that you want to do with the data pasting, copying, cutting. So that one you're going to find that in this group of a clipboard. So for example, here you have this group which is written font. So whatever you want to do with your text style, you're going to find that in this group. So you have the same group here, alignment. So anything to do with the alignment, whatever you want to do, so you will find it here. So the same goes to insert. So you have to see that they are also grouped into different categories or different groups. You have tables, illustrations. So yeah. So apart from that, you have this what is appearing on top here. So on top here you have quick access toolbar. So this is quick access toolbar. For example, you just pin some of the commands that you use. For example, I have pinned undo, redo. I have pinned some. So I just want to show you, when you click here, you can see that you can add some of the commands that you need to appear there. For example, let's because we don't have that. So let's when you click here, let's remove this and do. So you see, you can see we have removed that one. We can bring it back. Yeah, we have brought it back here. So you can navigate through. You can see what you can do with that. So as I said, that Excel is an intersection of columns and rows. So when you talk of columns, so these are the columns. So the columns goes up to almost infinity or millions. So it goes up to A, B, C, D, up to X, then they start again. Yeah, so there are many. And here, this side we have rows. So rows are denoted by numbers, and there are a lot of rows going down. So where the column and this row intersect, for example here, column A and row 1 has intersected here, so this is what we call a cell. So you will find out that all these cells is just an intersection of a column and a row. That's why you see here, here it's A1, meaning to say that that cell has been formed by intersection of column A and row 1. So, and this is referred to cell address or cell reference. So it will make much more sense why the cell reference or cell address is very important when we'll be talking about formulas in the future or in the other lessons. So please, if you have any questions so far, you feel free to drop them in the comment section. I'll be able to respond to some of those questions, but don't forget to subscribe and like. So if you have anything that if you have any project that you are working with and you want any help to do with Excel, please feel free to reach out and you'll be helped. So here, now, when you have this, then it means you click wherever you want and you want it. So we are on home. So I just want to enter some data. For example, enter that data. We have names, subjects, mathematics, English, agriculture, physics, and biology. And these are some of the scores. So I just want to add a row on top so that I add the title of that, because those are results end of term 1, form 3 results. So I'll just, when I do that, when on home, then you go on insert. When you click there, you have added a row on top. So I'm going to type end of term 1, form 3 results. Yeah. So as you can see, the names here, some of the names are too long and they are not appearing properly. So for you to increase the width of the column, what you do, there are several ways of doing it, but I'm just going to mention 2 or 3. So first, you move your cursor to area between A and B, between column A and B, and a cross is going to appear that has direction in both sides, going to the right and to the left. So you can left click and drag, left click, hold and drag to the right up until you see that this is enough width. Yeah, you see, so the names now appearing properly. The other way of doing the same is you go here to format, then you go to column width, and here you have 8.43, then you can just delete that one and enter 15, for example. Then click OK, then you see it has increased. So another way is, for example, mathematics is not appearing properly. You go there between B and C, yeah, then you can just double click. Yeah, it has increased. So agriculture, we are going to do the same. Yeah. So another thing that you're going to notice is that end of term 1 form 3 results is only in column. It's only in column A. So we want that one we want that one to be our title. So it has to appear in all these cells. So we're going to click there to make it an active cell. Then left click and drag up to column F. Then you go to alignment, then you choose merge and center. So when you, yes, you see that now you have merged and centered the title. So for example, we want to body the title and we want to body the titles of the names and the subject. Then you click there and you go bold. Yeah, for example, there now, let's say you want to, okay, this one has no grade, let's add 8. Okay. There, when you look at this, when you go to print preview, you find out that it has no, the lines are not appearing here. The lines are not appearing here. So we are going to add those lines. So these lines are invisible. You only make them visible by adding some formatting and editing. So you can highlight all the area that you want to have the lines. Then you go, you can then right click. Then you go to format cells. Then within format cells, you're going to choose borders. So on border, you're going to choose the type of the border or the type of the lines that you want. Then you want the border to be only on the outline or even the inside. So I want the outline and inside as well. So I'm going to click OK. So you see now we have them bold and the lines are appearing. When you click on the print preview, you are going to see that the lines are there. So let's say, for example, you wanted to have total here, you wanted to have total, and you wanted to have average, you wanted to have some remarks. Yeah, so you want to do that, yeah, because now for you to have totals, then you're going to, it means you're going to add either by using a calculator, but now we're going to use Microsoft Excel. So for us to do that, that's what we are going to do in the next lesson. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit like button. We're going to do this. So that was just the introduction of the Microsoft Excel, but we are going to continue from there next time. Thank you so much.